Ladies and gentlemen, meet Mr. Ray Fairbank. Ray, can you tell us some stories from growing up in Montana?
Well, I was born at a ranch in Montana. In fact, in a ranch house in 1926, and I had two sisters and three brothers. Our life was very active because we had to take care of cattle and horses and all of the other things that a ranch has on it. And the whole thing was that it was not very, we had no electricity and no running water, and so things were not as nice as they are today.
Right. Can you tell me about that experience when you were in the second grade with the teacher in the one-room schoolhouse?
Well, when I started school in this grade school, it was just a one-room school with a pot-bellied stove, no electricity, and so the first year I was the only one in the first grade, and so the teacher let me play the whole year. I thought school was great. Then I graduated she put me in the second grade and had a new teacher. And the new teacher, when she started teaching me, I didn't know very much naturally. And she said, "You're the dumbest kid I've ever seen." Well, I just made up my mind at that point that I was going to prove that teacher wrong.
Good for you. Good for you. What about the German POW camp? How did that impact your family?
When I was a senior in high school, the year was 1946, 1945, I'm sorry. 1945, the war with Germany and Japan was still going on, and we had 3 German prisoners working for us, building fences across our ranch. And one of the prisoners was a German young man that I kept in contact with for years afterward. We just became wonderful friends because he could speak English. And when we brought the German prisoners out to work for us, we were told to not feed them very well. Well, my mother decided if they work for us, like us, they eat with us. And so they wanted to all come back and work for our ranch because of that.
You had a wonderful mother, didn't you?
Amen. I agree.
Amen. So you went into the service then.
So I went into the service. I was called into the service in 1946, and I went through weather school, and I had the opportunity to work with Chuck Yeager. He was trying to break the speed of sound at that time. Well, he was able to do that in 1947. In August of 1947, he broke the speed of sound because we were the weathermen that gave him the weather before the B-29 dropped him from up above, from 20,000 feet, and then he would take it from there. So that's how he broke the speed of sound.
Awesome. So a young lady came all the way from Poland as an exchange student, and she wrote and illustrated your story for a book by me.
She was such a sweetheart, I tell you, a wonderful young lady, and she was going to school here in the U.S., and I had the opportunity to share with her my experiences in the service and even beyond the service working for John Deere.
Yeah, and she was so impressed, and she loves the fact that she had this great accomplishment, but she loves most of all the fact that she got to meet you.
I just enjoyed her so much because she was so real, and even the pictures that she drew of me going to school and all of the things, Chuck Yeager and all, it just thrilled my heart.
Great. Well, your story has the potential to help kids believe in themselves, even if words have been spoken over them, and to shoot for the stars, right?
Amen. I think this book, if it does nothing else, it encourages young people to stick with it and not to, even though they might be failing in some of their subjects, that they continue to strive to make good grades and then allow God to work through them to do wonderful things in this world, because there's so much to be done. And I know that with their flexibility and their wanting to accomplish, that this would be a wonderful thing for them to realize they can do it if this guy can do it.